We're here with Miss Annie Rardin, graduate 2001, and Annie, when I called you several years ago to come back and be a part of a celebration for a 1,000-point scorer, which happened to be Samantha Bowie at the time, I had no idea that I'd be bringing you back. This is the third time now that you've come back. Maddie Mitchell last year, and now Gabby at only a sophomore. I know you've had a chance to see Gabby and talk a little bit about, you know, what you see out there when you watch her play.
I see a young player with a lot of talent and a lot of heart, and I see someone that by her senior year we're going to be recruiting.
We're not breaking any NCAA rules, are we?
Yeah, probably. But she's a great player, great hand-eye coordination. I'm sure a coach's dream.
Now, Annie, we had mentioned something about this last year, and you had just talked about it, but being a player here, getting 1,000 points, and then going on to a terrific college career at Transy, but now you're coaching yourself.
Yes.
Talk about that.
I am. I've been at Transy for 12 years total, 4 as a player. This is my 8th year as a coach.
Making me feel old now.
I feel old. But
well, I know you do a wonderful job there. I've tried to, of course, steal you to come on my staff, but I can't get you over here. But you know, you were actually my very first year here at Sayre, which was 17 years ago. You played on that basketball team as just an 8th grader, and I knew then that you were going to be something special. And you know, to be a member of the 1,000-point club, how does that feel? Is that pretty special to you? Do you think about that sometimes?
I do. I actually just found some pictures the other day from the night that I got my 1,000th point. I didn't know it was coming up, and so half my family was there. And
that's cool. Well, it's interesting because I wasn't sure whether or not to tell Gabby or not, but we got within about 10 points, and so I wanted to tell her. I was afraid she'd be mad at me if I didn't tell her, but.
Yeah.
But I think it's great that you've come back. Being here in Lexington, you get to see them. And your husband now is in the coaching ranks, and he's back here at Sayre helping out a little bit, even though he didn't graduate from here. He's coaching in the middle school.
Yes, coaching 6th grade boys.
Is he enjoying that?
He had a great time.
That's great. Well, we're so glad you could come back. I know it means a lot to Gabby, and it means a lot to all the Sayre alum to see you, and we appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me, and Gabby, congratulations.
That's great. Thank you. All right, we are here with Miss Jetta Johnson, now Weddington. I guess it's been Weddington for a while now, hasn't it?
It has.
One of the first members of the 1,000-point club. And when I first called you back for Samantha, I didn't think I'd do it. Now this is the 3rd time you've been back. Bless your heart. You keep coming back, which is good because I think it really means a lot to these girls that walk out there. It makes it special. When they see other 1,000-point scorers out there, they know how special it is. And you first came for Samantha, and now Samantha's sister is out there. Have you heard a lot about Gabby? Have you had a chance to see her play at all? I
haven't had a chance to see her play, but I absolutely know who she is, because she's been playing for so long.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm aware of what she's doing, and that she's getting after it.
Well, and she really is. And I was talking about earlier. A lot of people think, that she's been here so long that that's why she's got that 1,000 points. But really, in essence, that first year she only had 12 points.
Really?
So she's really kind of done it in a short amount of time. And I was even joking with her earlier saying, are you going to get 2,000 points? That could, to only be a sophomore.
Right.
Did you get 1,000 points your senior year? Or was it your junior year? Or?
Gosh, when they didn't, we didn't make too much of a big deal about the 1,000 points.
Right.
So it was probably sophomore, junior.
Okay.
I would say.
Well, and I just feel like it's important when somebody reaches a milestone that we make a big deal out of it. And so that's what I've tried to do, and to bring everybody back. And I think it's great that you're here and Annie's here. And,
good.
Now, we talked a little bit about this last year, but for a year, I got you to come back to your alma mater and help me coach. How cool was that?
That was awesome.
We had tons of fun.
It was interesting to be on the other side of things, for sure.
Well, that's true. That's true. I remember one time you said you were telling your mom or your sister or a friend maybe, and you were like, they even have plays.
Yes, that's true.
So
I was a little bit jealous.
Well, we did have tons of fun. And you got to be a part of a special group. That group was senior laden, and
right.
they did a lot of special things that year. And hopefully you've been proud of your alma mater. I don't know how
very
much you keep up with
No,
in the
very
paper,
much
but
so.
It was awful to lose you because you were so good. But now you've become a nurse.
Right.
And, you know, obviously that's a terrific field to be in. And but we're so glad that you can be here, and we hope that you can come back some more.
I love it. The more I come back, the better.
You have some children of your own. Are they going to be coming here, do you think?
No, they're already, let's see, I've got, my oldest is already getting ready to go into middle school next year. And
is that right?
Yes. So.
Now, do you have any girls?
Yes.
You got to send them here. You got to send them to me.
I know.
I got to have that Jetta Johnson jump shot. I got to have that back.
I don't know if they have that.
Well, I'll try to teach them. But it's great to have you back. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
I love it. Is that good?
Great.
I like that you...
We are here with the lady of the hour's father, Mr. Sam Bowie. You're here for your daughter, Gabby, who has done an incredible feat. Not only has she become the 7th member ever here at Sayre School, but the first sophomore to reach 1,000 points. What are your feelings right now to have your child that's going to be honored tonight to be able to come back? I know you were a player of your own, but I know if you're like me, your children, it's so much better for your children than it is for yourself, and I'm sure you feel the same way.
Well, it's interesting you use that analogy, because I was going to tell you, as a former athlete yourself, you always wanted more for your children than you ever wanted it for yourself.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I've really enjoyed about Gabby receiving this attention is she deserves it, she's worked hard, and she enjoys the game. There was a time when she first started playing, I thought she was playing due to the peer pressure that her father played, but I can honestly say that she enjoys the game, and the camaraderie she has with her teammates is second to none.
Well, you know, and a lot of people may not realize, I know some people have said, well, she's been playing with you for so long, but when I went back and looked in the record books, you know, that first year she only had 12 points.
Wow.
So
right,
she's done this in a short amount of time. It's not like it's been over a huge haul. You're exactly right about Gabby. She has worked so hard, and I think the thing that has impressed me more than anything about her is that she has done it at a young age, when she could have maybe said, you know, okay, seniors, you take over, whatever. But those seniors always took to her and relied on her, and she's always come through for them.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see that she shows some leadership skills. Yep. I know as a coach you expect her to be one of your leaders, but sometimes as a coach, expecting and getting are two different scenarios. And in Gabby's case, she's not afraid to communicate on the court. And I always try and be non-biased and watch her from the sidelines. And the one thing I've picked up from her is she does a lot of communicating on the floor, trying to tell other players what set you want to be in offensively and what set defensively.
And I think the thing, not only is she always talking, but a lot of times I'm saying she's too selfish. You know, I'll get on her and say, we get you the ball 3 feet from the rim, and she's still wanting to make that extra pass to get her teammates involved. You got to love that.
I completely agree. She gets more of a thrill of watching someone else score than herself, and here we are celebrating her 1,000th point episode. But I would totally agree with that statement that she really enjoys watching others have success.
There's no doubt about that. Now, we talked about there's only been 7 people in the history of Sayre School reach 1,000 points on the girls' side, and yet 2 of those have the same last name. Now, this is not the first time you've done this, and Samantha was the first one for me as a coach, and now your 2 daughters have gone through Sayre, and both of them have reached this milestone. You know, that's got to be something special as well.
Yeah, as a father, trying to find another word besides elated or I'm kind of lost for words, because those 2 kids, watching them come from where they've come from and knowing that success doesn't happen by accident. What you put in is what you get out. And they've been blessed with the physical being, but at the same time, having the physical skills does not mean that you're going to have a successful outcome. And so the 2 of them are very deserving, and we've never been a family to brag or boast, but when it comes to my children, I'll brag with the best of them.
That's exactly right. Well, I hope you enjoy it tonight. You deserve it, and we're looking forward to celebrating what Gabby's done. It's going to be awesome.
Well, thank you. I need to tell you, I appreciate what you've done for the two girls, and I thank you for your commitment.
I couldn't have had two better ones to coach. I mean, they've been awesome.
Thank you.
It's been great.
Thank you.
We are here with Miss Samantha Bowie, and I got to tell you, Samantha, this has been the third time that I've tried to make this so special for a 1,000-point scorer who played for me. But it's the first time that I've really been able to interview somebody coming back who did play for me, because when we brought back those other 1,000-point scorers, they hadn't played. So this is special for me that I get to interview you. You didn't get to come back last year because you were at Vanderbilt getting a degree, and that's okay. But gosh, now we're here with your baby sister.
Yeah, so weird.
Is it weird? I mean, talk about it. I know you're proud.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so proud of what I did, but I think I'm if not more proud of her doing it.
I bet you are.
Awesome to see. So
yeah. And she's got you a little one-up because she did it by her sophomore year.
Yes, I got it senior year, but she started 7th grade. I didn't start 7th grade. I started 8th grade.
Okay.
So technically she just beat me by 1 year.
You're absolutely right. You know what's great is that sometimes you come back and practice with us.
Yeah.
And to see the two Bowie girls go at it is a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun watching you all, and I know you have good times with it.
Yeah, we joke around. I tell her, "Sissy still got it."
That's exactly right.
I think I still might, but she blocked my shot for the first time this year, so
well, I think you blocked her more, though.
Yeah,
I think you blocked her shots more. You graduated in 08, and talk about your time here at Sayre, how much you enjoyed it.
I mean, I talk about it all the time. Sayre just is really special to me. I started here pre-K 4, I think, and graduated here, so I'm a lifer, and I mean, it has a special place in my heart, and athletics is a huge part of that. Obviously, the academics are great, and that's what kind of got me to Vanderbilt and through Vanderbilt, but the athletics, that was just my family here, so.
Well, and I think it also goes to show that you can get a terrific education and also enjoy the athletic side of it.
Yeah, they're not exclusive, so you can,
Exactly, and you know, you don't know this, but in practice all the time, I talk about how close your team was.
Yeah.
And I know you were a year ahead of Emma and Liz and them, but you all were so close.
Yeah.
And you were so smart as a group. I was telling this team this year, I could draw up a play and they would know it. Y'all would know it in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was such an honor to coach you guys, and I'm so glad that you're back now, and you know, you're here to see your sister. I think it's just phenomenal, and I know you're real proud of her.
Yes,
and I'm so glad that we get to celebrate that, and I just wanted to thank you for coming.
Thanks.
All right. We are here with the lady of the hour, Miss Gabrielle Bowie, as I like to call her, Gabby. Gabs, I know you are the kind of person that kind of shies away from the spotlight, but tonight is about you because it's so deserving, because now you've become only the 7th member ever to be in the 1,000-point club and the first sophomore ever to get there. What's it feel like?
Feels really awesome. I'm really happy to be here and that I got 1,000 points, and it feels good because Samantha got it, so I feel like I'm following in her footsteps, and it just feels good.
Well, and you know, I told your dad, I'm sure it's a great feeling, but you know, you're somebody who's a terrific passer as well. In fact, I was telling him, I can't get you.
I'm sorry.
We are here.
Take two.
We are here with the lady of the hour, Miss Gabrielle Bowie, Gabby. I like to call her Gabrielle when I get mad at her sometimes in practice. Gabby, tonight is your night. I know that sometimes you like to shy away from publicity or whatever, but you are now only the 7th member of the 1,000 Points Club here at Sayre, and the first sophomore to ever do it. How's it feel?
Feels really awesome, and I'm happy to have gotten 1,000 points, and feels good because both my sister and I have gotten it now. So
that's right.
I'm following in her footsteps, and feels good.
Well, you know, and I was talking to your dad earlier, and I was telling him that, you know, even though you've gotten to that 1,000 points, it's not from being a selfish player. I mean, you're a terrific passer, and sometimes I even get on you about passing the ball too much, so I know you're all about winning. You're all about your teammates. What's it been like so far playing here at Sayre?
Well, I played with a lot of really good players, Maddie Mitchell, Emily, Sophie, all of them, and they've helped me get where I am now, especially against Maddie, going up against her in practice.
Sure.
And so I've just learned from watching the older girls.
Well, and you know, we're at 1,000 points, and we just mentioned that you have done it by your sophomore year, so you're not done by a long shot. You've got a lot of basketball left to play. Is playing basketball at the next level something you want to do?
I'm not sure yet. I go back and forth, but I definitely love the game, so
right.
I think it maybe.
What about 2,000 points? You might get 2,000 points?
Maybe.
I think you could absolutely do it. Well, you're going to be surrounded by some members of that 1,000-point club tonight, as well as being surrounded by your family. And when you step out there tonight, what's going to be your thoughts? Do you know? I mean, have you thought about it at all when you walk out there and receive this award, and now it's official that you're a member of this club, an elite club?
Well, it feels really special because all those girls are really good and have gone pretty far. So it feels good to know that I have all my friends and family around me and an awesome coach with me along the way. So
there'll be no running for you for the rest of the week. Well, it's well deserving, and we're thrilled to be here, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.